And I know that the more any of us evolve, the more we all evolve. I know that we are all connected to what we can call source or the one.
83% of Americans identify as not very happy, which can hold you back and negatively affect your relationships and your business. On this podcast, we discuss the proven steps to happiness so you can restore balance and rekindle your joy.
Welcome to another episode of How to Be Happier for Entrepreneurs. I hope you are having a wonderful, marvelous day. I sure am. We have a really interesting guest from Costa Rica today, and we are going to be talking about transformation and lots of really cool things. So you're not going to want to miss this show, so stick around. Welcome to the show, Audrye. How are you, dear?
I am really good. How are you, Brad? I'm feeling excellent.
I'm awesome. Yes, today and almost every day is a really good day because that's how I decide to live my life. Just every day is good. So let's jump right in. Can you
Okay.
can you share more about your journey as this mystic intuitive and how this has shaped your understanding of the world and your mission in it?
Well, I call myself a born mystic intuitive because I am. People say define it. It's the way I think, it's the way I do things, it's the way I relate to the world. I thought at one point when I was younger, um, I may as well say this, I'm in my 8th decade right now and healthy and all of that. Yes, in my 8th decade, I am.
Nice.
Um, and all that. So I know, and I've always known, I didn't used to know how to explain it. Now I know a little more how to explain it, that everything is connected. How do I know? I know. I just used to know. Could I give you the physics of it? Nah, I don't even know if I can give you the physics of it now. And I've studied some, but I know this stuff. And I know that the more any of us evolve, the more we all evolve. I know that we are all connected to what we can call source or the one or the universal it, whatever it is, she, her, them, he, whatever. It's not a he, by the way, it's all of it. And that the more any of us evolve, the more all of us evolve. And so for me, early on, I was born in Brooklyn. If there's anyone who doesn't know that's in New York, that's arrogant. Anyway, so I was born in Brooklyn, the first of 3 kids, and I would just send stuff. It's normal. It's just normal for me. And I remember once when I was give or take around 10, and I saw my mom relating to my brother, who's 5 years my junior. He was 5. And I saw that he might do something and she would behave one way, and then another time he would do the same, whatever it was, she'd behave another way. And I, in my zeal to be helpful, I'm born under the sun sign of Cancer. I have hiccups. Under the sun sign of Cancer. So I like to be helpful. And with an Aries ascendant, I can be okay. And so I did my best to explain to her at 10 that if she, I forgot the words I used, but in essence, if she behaved differently for all these 3 things, it was going to be confusing to him. And if she wanted to get a certain kind of result, which was clear she did, she wasn't going to get it. I didn't say it quite like that. I was 10, but I did find the way to say it. And my mother let me know that I didn't know anything. I was only 10. What could I possibly know? So I was what we would now call invalidated. I didn't know that word then. So sometimes being a mystic intuitive where I just know stuff, okay, and can feel it and sense it, isn't always welcome, which was a surprise to me. It's sometimes still a surprise to me, but nonetheless, some people are like, nope. And how has it informed what I do, who I am? Well, I'm born knowing that I came to the earth. My sister used to call it a mission, that I acted like I was on a mission. And then she forgot she used to say that because I have always known that I'm here to quote unquote make things better. Now I have fancier terms. So I could say I'm here to upraise frequency. I'm here to help us get to the next level, which also means I have to get to the next level, which means I have to raise my frequency, which means I have to clear, this is my technical term, the junk that might be in the way, whatever we might call it. My fancy term that the guides gave me some years ago was genetic karmic patterning, GKP. So we're all born with genetic karmic patterning. You can call it what you want. That's what I call it, which is like quote unquote imprints sort of whoever our antecedents are, mother, father, sister, brother, whoever they are, and whoever affected it. If they had certain belief system, we could have little imprints of that. If they've gone through some kind of horrendous whatever, we could have an imprint of that. If we were raised in an environment of yuck, we could have an imprint of that. And it's up to us, each of us, to do what we can to clear that so we could be free. And is that important? Yes. Yes. If someone doesn't think so, take a look at the planet. Notice how the planet needs healing. Notice how the planet is belching, barfing, whatnot, and hoo-ha, and that there is pollution and stuff like that, usually caused by people. So it's up to us to really clear it. Now, if somebody lives a life where they are, I want to say this nicely, and I could see by my laughing, it's probably not going to come out as nicely as I'd like. But if somebody self pollutes, and I'm not saying I know the only way, I don't. I use my way, and there are people who know better or differently. Okay. I am a long term vegetarian over 51 years. I am mostly raw vegan for 20 to 25 years, and it agrees with me. And I make delicious chocolatey things and stuff like that. But if someone doesn't want to do that, don't do that. Okay. But then again, if you get sick because of this, that, and the other, and someone says, well, drink this, eat that, and that's on you. That's on you. So how has this being a mystic intuitive informed my life every which way?
So how does a girl from Brooklyn get to Costa Rica?
So the family moved when I was 8. The family moved from Brooklyn to Long Island, and that was a shock, completely different. And I lived in New York as an adult after college for many years, and then at a certain point, I moved to Florida because I think my mother was going to Florida, and I picked up that she was reaching a point in her life where she was going to need help, and I'm firstborn of 3. My sister was already living there, so I thought I'd better get down there. Plus, which the guides were telling me it was time to leave the city. And I did not at first want to leave the city. Okay. I don't know if anybody really knows New York, but those of us that are like, you're in it, little bug, go away. Costa Rica has insects. I'm not yet a fan. And I didn't want to. And then I realized it's time for my next step. So I moved to Florida. My sister actually found a place that was in the same building as my mother on the floor below hers. So I took that as a gift from Creator. And I stayed there for a while. And at a certain point in time, literally before about 2 months before my 80th birthday, I'm 82 right now. So now you could, doubt me. Okay, I'm a July baby. So I'm 82 and change at the moment. And the people who owned the condo I was renting, the woman informed me they were going to sell. This was after telling me they're never going to sell. I'd never have to move, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't want to spend my whole life there anyway. So after I went, said, okay, now what? Because, as I said, I never intended to spend my whole life there anyway. And I was 80, turning, I was 79. And I thought, so where do I want to go? And I like multiracial, multicultural. I love that. I like beautiful. I like warm. I'm a July baby. I definitely like warm.
I like warm too.
Okay. I mean, that's like cold and I, not so much. And I thought, so where is this? And I'd heard of the blue zones. And since I was already going to be turning 80, I thought, well, let's see. Okay. Because I'm healthy. I want to stay healthy. I want to go on and on and on. And until I choose not to. So I looked at options, meditated, because that's what I do, and selected to go to Costa Rica and check out various places. So I did.
And what do you like? What do you like most about Costa Rica?
I think what I like most, especially where I am, and I'm not in the fanciest area. In fact, I'd like my area a little prettier. Puerto Viejo is not quite as pretty as I'd like. It's a little too touristy. Um, the friendliness of most of the people I get to meet, and the warmth of a lot of the people, which doesn't mean perfect. I had jewelry stolen on the trip that I shipped. So don't expect perfect because then you're in for a big, 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 big shock. But I like the warmth. I can get fresh food. I cannot get anywhere near as much of the food I would like to get as a raw vegan that I could get in the States. That is for sure. Forget vegan cheese. The brand they have here, I don't like. And I get some from a guy who makes it at the farmer's market, but I may end up having to make my own again, which I really don't want to. But I like the warmth of the people. I like the casualness. There are times where I'm from New York. I know how to dress up. I know how to do that, and I know how to do it really well. And I don't do that as much here. People can, but I'm not. And I mean, with this, the way the roads look, to wear some of those cute heels, no. So I've gotten into a more casual lifestyle, and I've gotten to enjoy it.
Love it. Yeah, I wear most of the days. I think 80% or 90% of my life is in a t-shirt and athletic shorts because I spend so much time at the gym, and then I come home and I'm on camera sometimes, and I just have my self-love t-shirts. And so, anyway, so you obviously live a pretty vibrant and active lifestyle, like you said, into your eighth decade. What are the secrets to staying healthy and joyful?
One, you have to decide that you choose to be healthy and joyful. Part of it is literally a decision because how we are, a friend of mine would call it an inside job. It is an inside job. My sister passed away in July. This is, what are we now? September, July, August. It's a month and a half ago. It was July 25th. That was awful, 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 awful. I did not get to go back to the States to see her. I was supposed to be given some money. That didn't happen. My money was such that I would have had to use almost everything I had. I chose not to do that because sometimes I need that to live on. I am very real. You are getting real, real, real here. And so I did not do that. Although I spoke with her, I'm a psychic. You can speak with anyone, anywhere. I sent her healings. I said a lot. And here's the thing, I knew she was in trouble. For the past few years before that, I had said to her various things. She would deny it. She would yell at me. Not a good idea. And we didn't even, and then I decided, and we both were not doing that. We're just not doing that. We acknowledged we loved each other, and we were, yeah. And so to really live well, one, you have to decide you want to live well. Find a way of eating that is holistic and healthy and good for you. For me, it's mostly raw vegan. And I do real food. I make a lot of my own stuff. I have the machines. It's taken me years, but I have the machines. I'm good. I have a book, Vim Vigor Vitality Vegan. Ta-da! With recipes, including with chocolate, because I like chocolate. So it's cacao here from the pods. Okay. And I use that. I mean, I eat the real stuff. And so one is how you eat. Two is how you think. Do you find a reason to get up? Do you meditate? Do you know how to center this cascade of emotions and thoughts that most humans are? Or do you just wake and just come out and let that all? Not a good idea. Not a good idea. You have to know how to center yourself. You have to know how to lift your frequency, and there are many ways. And now it's suddenly become a thing that a lot of people are talking about. So I'm getting a kick out of that because I've been doing it for years. And you have to have some kind of purpose. It could be a smaller or a bigger purpose. I've known since little that I'm here to make things better. I'm here to help upraise frequency and heal. So part of what I do to facilitate that is I have 3 online courses, because I used to do like courses, and then I realized I could only reach who I reach when I do this. And I didn't want to, I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. I really don't. I'm not that woman. I do it once or twice, I'm done. I want to go to the next thing. That's literally how I am. So good, bad, or indifferent, that is how I am. So I decided, or I was guided to make them digital. You will find them all on my website. I will tell you now, Audrye Now, Audrye, that's how I spell it, AudryeNow.com. And is it being updated? Yes, it is. Okay. Definitely. We are in the midst of it. But go there now. And so I have 3 online courses. I consider the first one the morph course, because one of the women I was starting to work with asked me, she said, what is the first thing anyone has to do if they're going on this growth journey? I said, they have to love themselves. If you don't love yourself, it's going to crash.
It's going to crash. Yeah. One of my friends, Audrey, said the opposite of self-love is self-contempt, and self-contempt breeds dis-ease, and dis-ease breeds disease. I love that.
That's true. I
So
agree with that.
if you don't figure out how to love yourself, you have internal issues, probably from childhood programming. And if you don't figure them out, guess what? The universe is going to figure them out for you.
And shove it at you.
Yeah.
Like, man. So if you want to have an opportunity, yeah, go to the morph course. Audrye Now, AudryeNow.com/morph, MORPH. So after that was up and running, and yes, I did live courses also. This was before COVID, to kind of work it, okay, and see it in action. And then I looked around because I was ready for the next one. So what's up now? And it was all about me too. So it was sex. And I'm a woman, and I've had with some people with sex. I was raped, not a good thing. And no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've done a lot of healing work, a lot. And so that one, I call it the sex course. Not a how to, a little bit of a how to. The full name is Sexuality, Sensuality, Spirituality, Stupendous Sex, Your Intimacy, Exuberance Healing Course. Okay, because I couldn't decide which one. So I thought, nah. So I used all, okay, because I couldn't decide. And it's all Audrye Now. You can find me, AudryeNow. It's probably me everywhere. That's the website.com. That's my email, Gmail. So that.
So Audrey, walk us through this 5-minute breathing and attunement exercise that you do.
I love this. I learned this when I was studying with Patricia Hayes, different from Louise Hay. This is called the lifting process. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to do it. I'm also going to take these little things off, because when I can't have things, it'll hold energy. So this is a process whereby simply doing it, your energy will start to lift. So we call it the lifting process. I am going to also send healing energy because I'm a light channel and I love to do it. If you don't want it, just say you don't want it. It won't go at you. And the words you'll be saying, although I'll say them, is you're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. And you simply allow it to happen. I will bring you out of it. So don't open your eyes and go, what's happening? Stay where you are. I will bring you through.
If
And
you're
then,
driving, don't do this. Wait till you get home.
oh, yes, if you're driving, if you're using a knife, if you're cutting a tomato, if you're watching a little kid, focus on what you are doing. Only do this, yes, if you can really devote yourself to doing this. And then watch Brad's show. It's here, okay?
Yes.
You'll get so you can do it yourself. So I'm going to close my eyes and lift my own, sorry about this, my own frequency and send energy and then guide you. And then I'll let you float and then bring you back. Taking a nice deep breath into your heart. Fill up with shining golden light. Breathe in again, lavender fuchsia light. Fill up every aspect of your being. Hold and gently release. Breathe in white, healing, protective light. You are blessed. You're protected. You are safe. And now, allow yourself to breathe and know you're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. Higher, higher, lighter, and freer. You're getting higher, higher, lighter, freer. You are protected. You're blessed. You're prosperous. You're healthy. You're well. And you're getting higher, lighter, freer. You're safe. Now we shall pause and allow you to float wherever you are. On your own, you can do longer. Allow yourself to enjoy, and I will bring you out in the ability. As you feel ready, keeping your eyes closed, you may gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. As you feel ready, again, keeping your eyes closed, you may gently begin to move your hands on your wrists, your feet on your ankles. You may begin to pat your body and gently, softly, slowly sway. And with your head relaxedly upright on your neck, facing forward. And when you feel ready, state how you feel.
Relaxed. Thank you. That was great.
We only did this for a few moments. It can go longer and become a whole meditation and like that. But even this, done daily, will help any person, anyone that I've ever met. Let me phrase it that way. Anyone I have ever encountered, okay? Really get centered. And that's really important. And that will become the go to place, okay? That centeredness. So do it as a practice daily. And then, if and when one has something really important or what might seem to be stressful, do this beforehand to kind of prep and lift your energy, and you will get higher, higher, lighter, and freer, and then come back. And that's part of how we are shifting from third to fifth dimension or whatever the latest number is for the dimensions. I don't measure them, I just do it, okay? Literally. And they'll say, oh, you've been this year. Okay, good. And that kind of thing. And that's part of what helps you live longer. It's part of what helps you be healthier. It's part of what helps you be happier. Because when we're in that frequency, it isn't, that's not there.
So, Audrey, speaking of happiness, how do you define success, and what role do health and finances and relationships and purpose play in achieving it according to your views and philosophy?
Yeah, that's a big question. How do I define success? Success is being and doing what you came on this earth to be and do. Okay? That's part of what success is. If you're being it, you're doing it, and you're enjoying it because it's what you came here to do, that is part of the mark of success. We could have measures because our species likes often measures, whether it's money, whether it's health, whether it's, I don't know, a promotion, whether it's any of that stuff, whether it's a relationship, and they all play in.
How does one figure out why they were put on this earth?
Oh, God. If you can't figure it out, see me. Okay. I mean, I will let you know. I'll do a reading. I will know. It'll be shown to me. All right. That's a finger snap. It doesn't make a noise. We're all put here, all of us, to grow and learn.
Agree.
That's a given.
I agree.
Okay. We're all put here to love and to be loved. Okay. And if you don't know where to get it, you get it first from yourself. And whatever you call the all in all that we're all part of, because this whole universal thing is all of us. We're not separate. I really learned that with Greg Braden and what's his name, the Sim Harriman and these other people. There's no separation. It's all of it. So when you are living that, that is part of success. And you can set your own measures. It's like I have, how many books do I have? I have at the moment 4 books, 3 courses, and bottles of art. Oh, I didn't bring my stones here. So I also paint frequency stones. They're gorgeous. I could run off and get one and go, here. I forgot to bring them right with me. And they change frequency and they're stunning. They're really beautiful. It's weird I'm saying that because I look at them and go, who did this? And beauty. A lot of people may or may not know this, but beauty alone shifts our frequency. It changes the brain waves in our brain waves, okay? And our heart also has a brain stronger than the brain in our head. You can learn about that through the Heart Math Institute,
Yep.
HMI.
I love it.
Yeah. And so when we harmonize them, which you can do with certain kinds of breathing, a little different than what we did before, there's many kinds of breathing, and I can teach a slew of them. Anyway, we just are happier. We're not put on this earth to suffer. Okay.
Amen.
I know that, thank you. Amen.
Most of it's self-inflicted by our thoughts, right?
Yes. And most of it, I have to say this, is taught. Many religions will tell you that you're a yuck and a this and a that. You're not. Okay. I'm not saying people haven't done yuck and this or that. Yes, they have. But we are beings of light. That's what we're made of. That is what we are made of.
And if they did the yuck, that doesn't define who they are. That just shows how they were hurt from the thinking that they, the lies that they tell themselves. So, Audrey, as we wrap up, what strategies would you recommend for dealing with life's inevitable disappointments and maintaining an open, loving heart through it all?
Okay, so first, do these practices. Don't save them up. Don't think, oh, I'll wait till there's an emergency. Don't do that. Okay, do these practices regularly. Then if and when something really challenging may happen, you do this and you remind yourself who you are. You ask the universe that we're all part of to send healing and light. Do tapping. I right now use Brad Yates. I really like him. Tapping, Brad Yates YouTube, okay? And also I teach tapping in one of my courses. I forget which one. And I'm willing to share this stuff, okay? And if and when something challenging happens, my sister dying was a challenge for me. That was not an easy thing, okay? Thank you. Remind yourself who you are. Do your practice. Feel your feelings. Do not run away from them. Allow yourself to process them out. You could try to block them. Not a good idea. Allow yourself to process through them. Keep lifting and remind yourself what you are, a being of light, made of love, here to love and enjoy and connect. That will help you.
Love it. Love it. Well, that we're going to drop the mic on that, Audrey. This was amazing. Your light and love obviously shine through, and it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And when I'm in Costa Rica, I'm going to come see you.
Yes. Let me know. Yes.
Thank you.
Para pagbileho.
So that concludes another episode of How to Be Happier for Entrepreneurs. Remember, I'm on a mission to help 1 million people, and I can't do it alone. I need your help. So if you like this content, please share it, rate it, review it. Anything you can do to get this word out would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, love heals all.
Hit subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more life-changing content. And if you're struggling, you don't have to. Go to bradchandler.com/contact. There, you can join the Facebook community of like-minded entrepreneurs, and you'll see a button to schedule your freedom and happiness call. See you on the next episode.